your actions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the trending contracts. And today's contract, Gossips, set in Whittleton Creek, and the contract ID is up on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a go at it, and has been supplied to us today courtesy of Guardian 03. So on to our briefing, short and sweet. They tell bad things about you. Take your revenge. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them. 3 we can eliminate any way we see fit. 2 must be eliminated whilst disguised as the plumber and unarmed. We also have one objective, which is do not be recorded, which is rather easy for Whittleton Creek. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the default location. We're going to have an explosive Christmas gift stored up in a briefcase, and we'll be bringing with us our ever trusty lockpick and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we're going to remove our explosive Christmas gift from the briefcase so that we have that on us. And we're going to make our way now over to the creek, which is on the far side of the map. And we're going to pass one of our targets, or 2 of our targets along the way. One's in the house just to our right, and one is at the JCB just to our left. So we're going to make our way around to the creek shed, and once inside we can grab ourselves a propane cylinder, and we're going to head back to the target by the JCB, who is no longer by the JCB. He has moved away into the position we want him to be into a little bit later. So we're just going to place our propane cylinder here between our target and the blue toolbox, and then we're going to make our way into the house for sale, which is where our next target is located. And we can get in here by accessing the keys in the plant pot to the right of the door, and we can just let ourselves straight inside, straight up the stairs and into the room on our left here, where we will have an open window and a view of the propane cylinder. We're just going to take one quick shot at the propane cylinder to make it leak, while our target is over by the JCB, and then we're going to line up our second shot as our target is making his way over here, and once he stops we can then blow him up. So first target taken care of. So all we've got to do now is make our way very quickly downstairs, and our next target is the plumber. So we're just going to run into the kitchen, render him unconscious. We're going to grab the wrench that he drops, and we're going to place him in front of the cookers here. So where's that wrench? There it is. So with the wrench we're going to make a gas leak with the cooker, and we're going to take the plumber's outfit shortly. We're just going to grab this propane cylinder first of all, and we're going to put that in the briefcase, and that will come in handy a bit later on. So briefcase open, container in, and we can now move to take the plumber's outfit. And just before we leave, we are going to blow the cooker up. So we're just going to move a nice safe distance to the other side of the kitchen, and using our silenced pistol, one bullet onto the metal part of the cooker should do, and that will be target number 2 taken care of. So we're going to leave the property via the back doors, and we're going to go over the fence into the Hanson's property. That's the house with the boat outside the front. And over by the barbecue we will find a second propane cylinder, and with both of them in hand we are now going to vault over the fence back onto the street, and as you can see just off to our left there is a guard removing our first target's body. Now this is important as we need him to complete that process, as he's taking the body to the creek shed, and we need to deposit the propane cylinders and our briefcase in this shed so that we can retrieve them later on. And if we do that before the guard goes in there, he will remove the briefcase. So we're just going to let him finish putting the body in the shed. When he leaves, we can duck in through the window. There we go. We're going to drop our briefcase and our propane cylinder. As mentioned, we'll come back for them a bit later on. And we're going to move on now to our 2 targets in Helen West's house, both of whom are the plumber unarmed kills. So we're going to make our way around to the side of the building and down into the basement. And you may have noticed the politician just coming up the road. Now what we need to do here is trigger a conversation between Helen West and one of her lackeys before the politician rings the doorbell. I don't actually manage this. The doorbell is just about to be rung as we speak. You can just see on the map the politician has arrived. Because of this gentleman, I was unable to trigger the conversation. So we're going to wait down in the basement for that whole little scenario to play out. And then we're going to make our way back up the stairs and trigger the conversation for Helen West. And the reason for that is that once that conversation plays out, Helen West will then come down to the basement here, and we can then just mosey on up to her, render her unconscious in the violentest way possible, as she is a serial killer, do remember that, and we're going to snap her neck. So that's 1 target down as the plumber whilst unarmed. Our next target is the FBI style gardener in the garden, and he is luckily enough the gardener who comes into the house. So all we're going to do is wait here, and eventually he will make his way into the bathroom. Just be aware that there is the muffin server who will also frequent the house. He goes into the kitchen. He's not currently here, so we were free to just make our way straight into the bathroom. We're going to snap our target's neck, and then we're going to make our way out of the front of the property, and we're now going to head all the way back to the creek, and we are going to retrieve our cylinders. So we're just going to head straight down the street here. We're not going to bother going round to the rear window this time. We'll just go in through the front door. We're going to take the workman's outfit, because that will get us a little bit, and we're going to retrieve our propane cylinders. And now we're going to head to the far corner of the map where the construction site is, and our final target is located. So once again, we're just going to run all the way back down the street here, and because of our outfit we will be able to run straight into the construction site, and we're just going to place our propane cylinder just here by the crack in the pavement there. We're going to remove our second propane cylinder, and we're going to place that just at the edge of the bushes here, and then we're going to select our Christmas gift, and we're going to move over to the patch of leaves on the floor and drop that on the floor. And we're then going to move a nice safe distance, as this is going to be quite the bang. Now unfortunately our target has picked up the briefcase and he's taking that away to a guard, so we are going to have to wait for him to return to his position and the guard to return to his position as well, or he will be in that blast radius. So once our target is back over by the police vehicle, we can trigger our explosive, which will trigger both of the propane cylinders in sequence, and just on the edge of those explosions will eliminate our target. So once the target has been eliminated, we're going to hang around. There are no enforcers, so we're just going to run into the area, collect the keys that he has dropped. We didn't get them, Anubis. Go back, get the keys. Try not to look suspicious. There we go. And we can now make our way through the construction site exit. A very rare exit for me, I must admit. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of. This one was quite a lot of fun. I've discovered a new little method for eliminating difficult targets with explosives. We have eliminated all said targets according to plan. We met our objective, which was not difficult, and we got our Silent Assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.